All right, everybody. Welcome back to Big Talk Pigskin. Now, remember, this is an extension of the regular Big Talk, but this is Pigskin, which is the football version, and we still have with the basketball version, what is called Big Talk Hard Floor. Now, we are doing overviews, well, somewhat free games over with the big games this week. Starting off, oh my God, starting off, right? I am your host, Q, and my co-host is Andre and Bowden, okay? Now, to start off, we are talking about Iowa versus Iowa State. Now, Bowden, how do you feel about that game since you are an Iowa fan?
So this is a huge game for us this week, and honestly, it's definitely huge for Coach Kirk Ferentz.
Hmm.
If he wins this game, he will have 206 head coach or 206 wins as a head coach at a Big Ten school, which will
Yep.
pass Woody Hayes for the most all time. So for us, this is really a must win. On the end of you got to beat your rival. You want the record for Coach Ferentz, and
Hmm.
really you need it. You want to win as many games as you can, especially when you have Penn State and Oregon later on this season.
Yep.
Okay. So I got a question for you. You think like going into this week, do you think there'll be more nerves playing Iowa State after they just moved up 6 places, so they're 16 now, or they just had a big blowout win. So is it more nerves playing this ranked team who just came off a big win, or is it more nerves about it being a rivalry game?
I mean, we go into this game confident every year. I don't think there's going to be much nerves coming from the players, coming from the coaches. They're going to be determined, set, put their nose to the grindstone and ready to just do everything they can to win this football game.
Okay. I got a
And
quick question for you. Go ahead, Bowden. Go ahead, Bowden.
and I was going to say to continue on it. So this game is at Iowa State, which a lot of
Ooh.
people might say, "Oh, well, it's hard to win on the road." But Iowa State hasn't won the Cyhawk Trophy at
Hmm.
home since 2011.
Ooh.
They've won, and in the last 10 matchups of the series, Iowa leads 7-3. All
Okay.
three of those wins are in Iowa City at Iowa. Um, so Iowa State can't win this game at home recently, and so I think that's absolutely huge for the Hawkeyes this weekend.
Okay.
Now, see. What happened if Iowa just so up it happens and just lose, you know? How would you, feel after that? Like would you feel hurt or saddened or just like a shock and just in shock like wow, you know?
Well, so we have lost two of the past three matchups,
Mm-hmm.
which were both at home. So, like we lost last year, we lost in 2023, 2022, sorry, 2022 and 2024. We lost this game. And I mean, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks losing to Iowa State. I haven't seen it many times in my life. Um, you want to see them win, want to see them go forward. Honestly, I'm happy with this game as long as we look good and we play our best. If Mark Gronowski has a passing day like he did last week, this won't be a good look. I mean, last week he went 8 for 15, 44 yards and one touchdown. And that touchdown pass was really good, but he had first drive of the game, he had a missed touchdown pass
Mm-hmm.
where he threw the ball 5 yards short into the dirt. And I mean, he just had shoulder surgery at the end of last season on his throwing arm. And so, think maybe a couple of those miscues are because of that, but you don't want to see it. And if he looks the way he did on the passing end, like last week, this week, if he looks like he did last week,
Mm-hmm.
it's just not going to be impressive.
So do you think how much impact do you think this game has on the rest of the season? Is it just like because this is a tough team to play week 2, so like how much of an impact do you think it'll have on like the rest of the season?
I think it'll have a big impact. I mean, if you get over this hump in Iowa State, usually the team has a lot of motive and they have a lot of juice flowing in them after that too.
Mhm.
They are confident, they're ready to go, they're ready to just rock the rest of the teams that on their schedule. And like last year, team wasn't very good, and it kind of started with the Iowa State loss, and even in 2022, team wasn't overly great. That wasn't those are 2022 is the 2 years in between that we made the Big Ten championship, and that was the other year we lost to Iowa State recently, and so it kind of just sets the tone for the whole season.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody likes an underdog. I'm hoping for the upset. I feel like if Iowa really puts it to Iowa State and they keep it competitive like that, that might be the biggest game of the week. I don't know.
I don't know
It
about
definitely,
that.
could be. It could be. And
Because
then I was going to say I have a couple other things from last week. So like we had a redshirt freshman start or not start. Redshirt freshman came and played in the game at running back. It was his debut. He looked really really good. It's Xavier Williams. He had 11
Mhm.
rushes for 122 yards and a touchdown. And like I said, this is his first game he stepped on the field and played in. So that was really impressive to see him come in and play like that. The Iowa team had over 300 total rushing yards last week.
Ooh,
Mm.
nice.
They're
It's
gonna be able to keep
nice.
they're gonna be able to
What's
keep
it?
that going into next week or into this week. I'm
And to this, I sure hope so. I mean, that O line is really, really good again. I mean, always Iowa's going to have a great O line, and I mean, you're sitting behind Dunker, who's playing right tackle for us right now. He's played guard before, and he's a top 10 prospect in the NFL draft at tackle. And so when you have a guy like that leading your O line, the run game should always be good.
yeah.
Good. Ooh. Now we finna switch to another game. Now let's talk about Michigan and Oklahoma. See, with me, I'm a Michigan native. I love Michigan and I have a very, very, very good feeling for this game. Okay. Our offense is looking high powered because now since we actually have a quarterback that can run and throw the ball, which we did not have last year. So that's when our offense was almost dead last and our defense had to carry us. But it's different this year. We got Bryce Underwood, true freshman. Once again, like I said last week, he's one of the only four freshman quarterbacks that actually started at Michigan. So we got high hopes. He got very, very high potential, and he could actually zip that ball across the field. Now, our defense was a little shaky last week. It was a little shaky against New Mexico, but it's okay. It's all right. Know why? It's week one. Week one jitters should be gone. And I know the coaches had them boys in that film room cussing them out because ain't no way they supposed to put up 17 on y'all.
That brought up one of my questions and concerns because you're playing number 18 Oklahoma. This isn't last week, so you come out and the defense is not on point. Like the game might just be over as soon as it starts. So like, are
See,
you what kind of adjustments you think they made from last week coming into this week?
so last week we got too ahead of ourselves in a way because we actually came in the game expecting to win, but we was not playing like we should. It was a couple of blown assignments. We had people jumping out of gaps, and their very first touchdown is what surprised our team because they did a trick play. Like I was guessing it, from the from the actually start, but I was not expecting them to actually run that play. Like who would have known quarterback under center, all right, in a jumbo formation, all tight ends, no receivers. Okay. The center snapped it between his legs and the quarterback legs and rolled on the ground to the running back to do a pop pass to a
Mm.
wide open tight end. I seen that, I was in shock. And then to me, at that point, that's when our defense started to actually break down because they just couldn't actually believe it. But things happen. They had to shape up. Hopefully, they got back in the lab, fix with the blown coverages and people not in the right gaps. That we should actually have a good game against these guys. To me, it should be a shootout. Even if our defense is not somewhat good like I was last year, but that's okay. I believe in our offense. Our offense is a high power. Okay.
So you want to go offense for offense? That's what you thinking it's coming to?
Yes.
So you expecting it to be more of a passing game or a running game for Michigan coming up?
Well, Michigan is traditionally known for with their high power run game, okay? Not really passing in a way because we run jumbo sets. Because we always have a good offensive line to actually do that with. But now we have a good offensive line and we have a great running back, okay? And Justice Haynes, number 22, he had 159 yards last game. And one of his first, like his very first carry, busted open 53 yards up the gut, just outran everybody. That boy, he got some speed and he got some talent. Plus, he ended up the game with two or three touchdowns, which is still good. Like especially for your first start, it don't really matter who you play. I mean, it matters, but to start off like that, start off hot like that, and keep it rolling, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Haynes did have 3 touchdowns in that game, and that was very impressive. I was very impressed with your guys' tight end at Michigan, Marlon Klein.
Yes.
The 6 receptions, 93 yards on the touchdown. I mean, huge game for a tight end.
Yes.
You know, the best. He was the number 1 receiver on the team last week, and I really
Hmm.
thought you guys had a very open pass game compared to usual.
Yes. And that is due to Bryce Underwood actually understanding the offense and running it how the coach wants to, but he's putting his own flair to it. Because, like I said prior, Michigan really haven't had a scrambling quarterback, but that can actually throw on the run also. So with our with our running powers and whatnot, that opens up for play action boots and just play actions in general. And with that, Bryce Underwood can actually mess up the defense because he sells it pretty well. And his boot, you ain't catching him if you're a defensive lineman. He's too fast and he's hard to get down. He is 6'4", 224. That's a big guy back there. That is a big boy. And mind you, he's only 18. Only
So
18.
speaking of him being 18, so say that Haynes goes down because Haynes is a big part of the offense. That's why you run the formations with the jumbos. You try to get
Mm-hmm.
the ball and stuff. So if he goes down, you kind of have to lean more towards a passing game. If they put that extra DB out there, like how do you think the 18-year-old freshman like adjusted this? How do you think he can handle that situation against number? Because it's not New Mexico anymore. This is number 18 Oklahoma.
You are right. And you are right. But I got all high faith in Bryce Underwood. And Bryce Underwood we trust. Okay. But but I'm pretty sure that he's pretty good at reading defenses, even when the coverage don't seem like what it is. So because he like even last week, New Mexico was trying to trip him up, was sending some late pressures with some late blitzes and switching up with their defense a little bit. But he still was finding the zones and still was finding open people because he understands. And he looks pretty comfortable back there, and I can't even blame him.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a big game for you guys. Because I think it kind of defines like how the rest of your season's gonna go. And I'm
Yep.
gonna be honest, as Ohio State fans, like if they don't go too good this week, we're not worried about you for the rest of the season. So if you want Ohio State to take y'all serious and you might give us a playoff scare this year, to this weekend is y'all week to prove that to everybody.
To
All
be
right.
fair, Ohio State fans were saying the same thing last year when Michigan kind of got dismantled by Texas, and then how did that Ohio State Michigan game go last year? I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Still on the natty.
you did, you did. I'm not taking away from that, but beating your rival,
That's
something
true.
Yeah.
special.
Michigan is I think they're a little bit scarier than they were last year. So I'm paying attention to them. I just want to see how they do against a ranked team early on in the season. So it'll
Hmm.
give me a little bit of a heads up for how serious the end of the year will be.
I'm telling you this now. The end of the year is gonna be serious regardless. You know that game. Ever since I've been in college, my Michigan team has not lost to Ohio State. This is my fifth year here at Bluff University. And let's see if we can get five in a row while I'm in college.
Uh,
Bragging all the way.
let's should we make a podcast bet now?
Let's do that in due time, okay?
All right.
Okay. Talking about that. So switching over to Indiana and Kennesaw State. We already know how that game gonna go.
Yeah, I mean Indiana's going to roll all over Kennesaw State.
That's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a lot of these games are gonna be like that. But yeah, I don't know if you want to tune into that one unless you like to see a lot of touchdowns, a lot of early on points.
Yeah, a lot of good go balls. I mean,
Good.
why not?
I mean, if you're a huge Hoosiers fan, then I guess you'll be watching it, but I don't think there will be many other people tuned in for that one.
Yeah, that one's gonna be kind of a low watch, especially when we got other hitters going on. But I got a question. How y'all feel with Illinois versus Duke?
I was just going to say that I think that's going to be the game to watch this week. I think
Yes,
that'll be a good game. Right
yes.
before the podcast, I just got done playing with Duke. We just won in overtime, and I didn't know much about him, but Duke is stacked. Their quarterback is good. He's legit. He's raw. I like him, so I think it'll be a good game.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
I'm
going
gonna
to
be
say their
honest.
quarterback over at Duke is absolutely legit, and I agree with you there. Illinois' team stacked as well. They are. I mean, Luke Altmaier at the quarterback position. The rest of the team that they have there, they were really impressive last year, and I think they're going to be just as impressive this year, and might even be a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
They just
And
won a 52-3 last week.
yep, over
Ooh, okay.
Western Illinois.
hmm
So that should be a very good game then.
Yeah, Duke had a blowout win too. They won 45-15 or 17, something
Oh,
like that.
So yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch that one. I'll be flipping back and forth between Iowa State, and Illinois and Duke.
yes. I will be joining you with that, even though I'm gonna be on the road, but the games, then volleyball, okay? Yeah, she know I love her. All right. Maryland versus Northern Illinois.
Mm,
I got
You know,
Maryland for
I
this
mean,
one.
yeah, I'm taking Maryland. I don't know how good of a game will be. I mean, I might pay a little attention because I kind of like the MAC. I know that's not, Big Ten, but I like the MAC a little bit being from Akron. So Akron,
Hmm.
so I pay a little attention to that. But yeah, Maryland will probably run through them.
I mean, it could be a sneaky game. I mean, what was it, week 2 or week 3 last year? Northern Illinois played Notre Dame. I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah,
Notre Dame made it
big
to the national
upset.
championship game, but I
yes,
mean,
they
they couldn't
did.
make it past the Huskies. So, I mean, you never know what Northern Illinois is going to bring out. I mean, they always are a solid team.
Yes, and you can never doubt the underdog. Because football, anything can happen between them lines. It don't matter if you are posted to beat the team by 50 plus,
Mhm.
it can come back and bite you in the butt. And then you can end up getting blown out, or it's gonna be a close game. Like how Vanderbilt and Alabama was last year.
Mhm.
Like, ain't no way. Vanderbilt.
I'm hoping for a close game though. I want some of these like unranked teams to shake up their rankings a little bit, like beating these ranked teams. Just
Yes.
a little
Yeah, need
spice to the year.
yes,
Yes.
need some fun, need a little bit of a
Yeah,
shake.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, this last week Alabama lost to Florida. Florida
yeah.
State.
Yep,
But
Florida
Florida
State.
State is one of the better teams. So I personally didn't think it was too crazy. And if I was to bet on that game, I would have bet on Florida State. I would have took the chance.
Yeah, if you did, which I probably should have, because a 2-10 win team the year prior, going against a ranked team, ranked in the top 10, by the way, ranked number 8 in the preseason polls, and they lose by 2 scores, that's a big upset. That's almost
That
like how
is.
Vanderbilt did them.
hmm
That's a big upset because who would have actually suspected and guessed, you know? Yeah. So now Michigan State versus Boston College. How you feel about that?
I think that might be a little entertaining
That could be fun. That
when
could be a
you
fun game.
when you put two teams that are like not up here, but they're both equally like here. That's
Hmm.
when the game gets good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hopefully it is.
those are usually the best games.
You might see like 50 points scored or something.
Ooh, all right. So
All right,
what's
maybe not
your
50, but
let's say high 20s, low 30s, you know?
Say maybe 50 combined.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah.
So who do y'all got winning that game?
I mean that's a tough one, honestly. Michigan State returned a lot of production from last year, and they weren't a bad
Hmm.
school last year. Not a bad team at all.
It
Boston
wasn't.
College. I mean, they lost Tommy Castellanos. He went to Florida State, which they did
Hmm.
bench him last year at BC. But I think Michigan State will pull it off.
Okay. I got Michigan State too, even though I don't like them at all, but I like them more than Ohio State, so that's all
Mm.
that matters.
Yes, I'm the odd one out. I'm gonna go with Boston College.
There you
So one
go.
of my old roommates, his brother plays linebacker there. So
Hmm.
I've been watching them, and they're pretty. I don't know. I think they're one of like the sleeper teams that really can just catch you off guard. So I think they're gonna put up a good fight, and I feel like I don't know. As long as they can keep it smooth and like limit their mistakes, I feel like they'll have a good game.
Yes.
Boston College is also wearing New Balance uniforms this year. If you guys do not know,
Ooh.
Mm.
their athletic
So
department switched to New Balance last year. Football team switched this year. They're one of like 4 teams in all of Division One wearing New Balance.
Maybe that's why there's
Fun
gonna be
nice.
some
fact.
New Balance cleats coming out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So New Balance is on a come up because they usually
Hmm.
just affiliated with track.
I like their
Okay then.
football cleats. They're real light.
I hope so. Like I said, they come in from track. They ain't gonna lie, their cleats and they spikes is nice though. I can't say like you will have a very good grip with them. And this is not a sponsorship. I'm just letting it be known. All right, then next we got Minnesota versus Northwestern State. That's once again, it might be like a Michigan State and Boston College thing.
Yeah.
No, Northwestern State, not Northwestern.
Yep. Hey, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is. I mean, Minnesota's gonna roll all over them.
Ooh,
It's,
I hope
it's
so.
not gonna be close.
That's a bet.
Yeah. No,
Then here we go.
I like that. No, I'm with Minnesota.
This is about to be another blowout. Ohio State versus Grambling. Yeah, we
Yeah.
already
I
know.
mean, as long as Jeremiah Smith can catch the ball this week, I
I
mean,
was gonna say, man, this is just
Yep.
like this is
This,
like we were sick, and this game is medicine for us. This is where we get back healthy and fix everything that's wrong and broken, and get it back on track.
yeah, this is a fantasy game for anybody who did fantasy this year.
Yeah. I will say I kind of like Ohio State setup though. We play the number one team,
Hmm.
thinking that we're going to beat them, and then we take number one, and then we kind of just get to relax and kind of coast down a little bit because after you were playing like at the highest peak, like the number one team, you just get to
Hmm.
go a little cruise down and rest up, recover. So I kind of like the way they set up the schedule. I think Ohio State did good this year.
yeah, you can
Okay.
never take a game off though.
That's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Can never take a game off. I mean, not to bring it up, Q. I'm sorry, but Appalachian State when they were still FCS and they upset Michigan. And I've seen North Dakota State beat Iowa.
Yeah,
So you
things
can't take
happen.
those games off
True.
even when they should be an easy game. You can't take them off. I mean, last year Ohio State started off kind of rough in the first half of most games, and even in
Hmm.
like their games last year against smaller opponents, did the same thing.
Yep, I agree with that. I agree
True,
with that.
but
Go ahead, Jerry.
true, but in those games, like our defense is just so elite, so top tier. Like they keep it at a close game, so it's like you can only contain Jeremiah Smith for so long. You can only contain
Right.
Peoples and like Colonel Tate. You can only contain them for so long. So like if our defense keeps you to under 14, like you 9 times out of 10 you losing to Ohio State.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, most definitely. Ah, here goes another blowout. Penn State versus Florida International.
Yeah, Nittany Lions all the way. I guess. I mean,
All right, another okay. The Big Ten this week is not really playing nobody. We got Purdue versus Southern Illinois.
I mean Purdue's bad. Purdue
Hmm.
has not. Purdue has not been good in recent times. They do have new coaches in there.
Hmm.
I think they're getting better. I think they'll still win this game pretty easily. But I mean, if there's an upset on here to happen between an FCS and a Big Ten team,
Maybe that
that
one.
one seems the most likely to me.
Ooh, the higher ups might not like that one.
I know. He's probably so upset right now at me saying that.
Oh man.
Man, but I'm sorry. It's the truth. It's the truth. Purdue is forming into a really good basketball school.
They
At least
always
you
have
got,
been.
yep, at least you have high hopes there. And that's okay. Like that's why I'm surprised that Duke is doing as good as they are so far. Because Duke is a basketball school. You usually hear about Duke and their basketball team and how they always in like the Sweet 16 or the Final Four or something like that. But not they football scheme team, not scheme, but not they football team actually blowing out people.
Mhm.
That is very, very surprising to me. All right, we got Rutgers versus Miami of Ohio. Another math school.
Another math school. I'm gonna have to go with Rutgers, but you know, I wish the best for Ohio though.
Okay.
I mean, Rutgers struggled with Ohio, the Bobcats last week. So I wouldn't put it past them to struggle here with the Red Hawks.
Hmm.
Okay.
Miami usually has a pretty solid squad. So, like, I think this could be a close game.
All right. That's a bet. That's a bet. We got Washington versus UC Davis. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not know about UC Davis until earlier today.
Really,
Yes.
really, they're a pretty good FCS school. They're on the come up down in that league in that division. Um,
Okay.
I don't think it'll be very close, but you never know.
Yeah, I got Washington winning by a mile
Yeah.
and probably 2 miles. I don't know.
Probably.
Wisconsin versus Middle Tennessee.
Wisconsin will go ahead and take that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Middle Tennessee didn't look great.
Mm, not at all. Wisconsin, they not bad. They not, but in this matchup, they for surely are the better team. Without a
Yeah,
doubt. Without a doubt. All right, we got UCLA versus UNLV. Of
That could be
course.
competitive. That could be a decent good game.
Hmm.
I definitely could see that being a good game. I mean, UCLA did not look great with Nico Imaleva last week. Not
Hmm.
Hmm.
very good. He wasn't very impressive. I honestly, I didn't think he was very impressive at Tennessee. I just thought his team around him was really good. So I think this could be a good game. UNLV, they've looked really good last week.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see if they can keep the production going for them.
Yeah.
Because that might be a sleeper game also. We might never know. It could be a high scoring game, and them are the type of games I like, as y'all can
Yeah.
tell. Offense based games are just so fun and hype because you don't know how it's going to end. It's a shootout.
The games that go down to the fourth quarter and all the games are boring. You scrolling through, you're like, what the heck? It's 3 minutes left and it's a 7 point game.
Exactly. And the crowd is hype. Yeah, see, we love them games. We love them games. All right. The next we got my bad. We got Oregon versus Oklahoma State. How we feeling about that one?
I think that will be a blowout. I think Oklahoma State with the new DC,
Hmm.
Oregon is about to take off from them. They just had that blowout win, 60-13 or something like that. So yeah, but funny though, our one of our I won't name drop, but one of our old coaches here, his brother was one of the defensive coaches at Oklahoma State. So we got a little bit of connection.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I totally
So
forgot
we're
about
rooting
that.
for him. We hope Oklahoma State does good. We're rooting for him if he is. So.
Yes, because it is his brother, and is he still running that funky defense with the star?
He is not running any defense currently.
Okay.
I do wish him the best, but I do. I kind of like Oregon. I don't like them when they're playing Ohio State. I don't like them when their rankings are getting close to Ohio State's. But like, I don't know. Always as a kid from the Anthony Thomas, from watching him all the way up, like
Oh
they
yeah,
just
his.
they always have some stars. They're always explosive. The uniforms,
Hmm.
I know, like it's not really football, and some of the older people might not like the uniform talk, but I think that's cool too. They got
Yes.
more uniforms than some people have clothes, and I think that's cool. How they play, like I like Oregon. I think they are a pretty cool team.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
always a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. They always have your, like you said, a really explosive offense. I mean, Mike Gundy over at Oklahoma State usually has some good teams. Past couple seasons, not been there. They have just not at all. And I don't see them keeping this game close.
Yeah.
Maybe the first quarter. Maybe they come out in the first quarter, pop Oregon in the mouth, but Oregon will get over it.
Hey.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. You know Oregon. Love them. But whenever they play Michigan, and just like how you said, Dre, whenever they be climb up in the post, I be getting a little nervous. I'm like, ugh, this beautiful duck team finna be beating on kids. But just to go back to the uniform talk, yes, Oregon to me has the best uniforms because they got so many different schemes and just uniforms in general. And that's because they are located where the CEO of Nike is at,
Mm.
where their HQ is actually at. And he's giving them almost an unlimited bank. Mind you, he's a billionaire. His pockets is deep. His pockets is deep. He's
Yeah,
giving Oregon whatever they want.
he did say he was giving them unlimited NIL funds.
Yes.
So
And the,
that makes recruiting real easy for them.
Can we get
yes.
like 2% of that here at just
Can we get 1% of that?
little piece of it?
Oh, like just having a limited. That is just I know that's a great feeling for any coach. So if I got a limited budget, I could like exceed how much as I want to. Because in college it's not a salary cap. So you could go as high as you want.
Man, you could just have a different uniform each game. Just spend money just because you can.
Yes,
I would make a new
exactly.
uniform each week. I would just let the player of the player of the week just create our next uniform.
I mean, hey, Oregon do got it like that. They really do.
Phil Knight, he's the head of Nike, and he's the Oregon booster that we were talking about.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. He was a track coach at Oregon before he founded Nike, and then that's why he created Nike, was to make better running shoes.
Mm.
Yep. And if y'all did not know, he hired a lady who went to Oregon just to make the Nike design. He paid her $55 just to come up with the swoop. And look at this company now. It's $1 billion company. Just off that, well, of course, his shoe design, his shoe idea, but everybody knows the iconic Nike swoop. Everybody do.
Most
And that
iconic
lady,
logo.
yes. Yes. But at that time, $55 was a lot.
Well, and you never knew what was going to happen with a company like that.
True.
Yep.
It's just a startup.
Yes. Yes.
Up in heaven,
Man.
think about it now.
Huh?
I said up in heaven, think about it now. Like, man,
Oh
maybe she's
yeah.
for just a little bit.
Yeah, I would have been like 9 days, 55. I don't need about a quarter million.
I need more than that. I created the entire logo. It's going on every shirt, sock,
Hey,
shoe.
hey, you see it now.
Mhm.
That Nike
We are
soup is
not
everywhere.
sponsored yet, unless Nike
Yes,
wants to, or
yes,
anybody.
we are not. We just like Nike because they make pretty good apparel, and that's all of most colleges is sponsored by is Nike. Anything dealing with sports, what you think of?
Nike.
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 I do like how like Jordan and Adidas and now New Balance are starting to take over to branch
Mhm.
out.
Yep, and Pumas.
Yeah.
If I ain't know, and Pumas.
Ooh,
Pumas,
could be
yes.
interesting. A Puma uniform.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
who's rocking a Puma uniform?
I don't know.
Somebody could.
I thought you were saying somebody was.
Michigan,
No.
Michigan, you guys should start it out. You sample a Puma uniform for us.
Nah, that should go to Ohio State. I like our Jordan.
Ohio State can make anything look good. So a red Puma
Oh,
uniform with the this
eh,
dark gray with a little
I
bit
don't
of
know.
red splashing through it.
I don't
Even
know about that
black.
one.
Oh man, it's so much.
I don't know about that one.
You wouldn't even want to
Just
play us off the uniforms after that. You would quit off that.
in my eyes, I would think like, yeah, I'm about to dog walk these kids. Cause you know why? Cause they got Puma and we rocking Jordan. Fly as ever.
Uh, I do like that Jordan though. Jordan is nice. It's just
Yes.
navy and yellow. Ugh. Like, what kind of combination is that?
And it's not yellow, my boy. It's not yellow. Go. Okay. Let's get that clear.
Like faded gold,
I
Maize.
don't,
like mustard yellow.
nah, nah, nah. Y'all, let's be honest. Y'all really only have one color for real, and that's red.
What? Black?
I mean, y'all have the gray. The black is not really in y'all color scheme. You know, that just like an add-on. That's an
Nice
addition.
alternate that we wear like once twice a year.
Yeah, an alternate.
Yeah, and they
Hey,
alternated well.
I don't know. It still look a little nasty. I don't
How many
know.
colors does Michigan have?
Two,
Two.
or three. Yep.
Tell Jordan to make this some more uniforms.
Hey, they're doing enough.
No, they do.
They're
That
doing
is
enough.
a Jordan sponsorship. That is, yeah, that is cool. Because y'all one of the first schools I could think of for Jordan.
Except for North Carolina, with that's the college he went to.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a Jordan battle.
Ooh, I like it.
Battle of the Jordan.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And his shoes is pretty comfortable too. Like if you never wore like his cleats before, they not bad, and they're not bad on the feet either. Like I wore as an offensive lineman. I wore with the 11s as an offensive lineman, and they was not bad. It had pretty good ankle support and whatnot. And once again, this is not a sponsorship. Just expressing everything about how these what the different brands actually are and how they feel on the athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this is all the time we had today. And I would be happy and very glad if everybody would tune back in next week for Big Talk Pigskin. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. Be safe and drive safe. In God's name we pray. Amen.